Hello and welcome to another ACT reading tutorial. My name is Jordan Boyd and I teach Advanced Placement U.S. History and Honors Modern World History. Teachers, remember to be playing the Edpuzzle on the TV in your classroom with the volume turned on. Students, make sure that you're logged in and watching the Edpuzzle on your own device, but make sure that your volume is turned off, and remember that you can pause this if necessary. Today we're going to be focusing on two types of questions. We're going to focus first on craft and structure and second on integration of knowledge and ideas. Craft and structure questions often ask you to understand word and phrase meanings, analyze word choice and structure, understand the author's purpose and perspective, analyze character's point of view, interpret decisions the author makes, and differentiate between various perspectives. Integration of knowledge and ideas questions require you to understand claims, differentiate facts from opinions, use evidence to make connections between texts, and some questions will require you to analyze how authors construct arguments and to evaluate reasoning and evidence from various sources. Here is the passage that we're going to be working with today. You can pause it now if you'd like to be able to read the whole passage. It's not necessary for the following questions. I chopped it up a little bit so that we can focus on those two types of questions, but I would have felt bad not giving you an opportunity to read the full passage if you want to. So pause now if you desire, otherwise you can keep on playing. Moving on. Here are the first two questions we're going to be working with. We've got number 11 and number 14. Please pause now and see if you can't find an answer for number 11. So number 11 is a craft and structure question. The main purpose of the passage is to B, provide a partial cartographic history of California, focusing on when it was drawn as an island. And if you go to that very first paragraph that's circled, you're going to find that that supports B as the correct answer. It starts off, we're now sure because we've seen it on maps, that California is firmly attached to Oregon, Arizona, and Nevada. And then it continues, it's firmly hitched to the mainland. But in 1622, something untoward happened. After 81 years officially attached to a huge landmass, California drifted free. And it continues to talk about it. And if you continue to read the passage, or if you maybe read the whole thing previously, you know that, this is about when it used to be drawn as an island and how that happened. Please move on now to number 14. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can't find an answer. Number 14 is an integration of knowledge and ideas question, and the correct answer here, of course, is H. It's spread for centuries. The opening and closing of this passage talk about how this error continues for quite a long time, and the in-between part, the mass of this article, so to speak, is going to support too that this is a really persistent problem, and that's going to support H as the best answer. Here are the next two questions. Please pause now and see if you can't figure out an answer for question number 17. Number 17 is a craft and structure question, and as you know, of course, the answer is D, attention. Let's go to the passage and take a closer look at this. Let's see, but it received its most prominent currency on a London map of 1625 entitled The North Part of America. This accompanied an article about the search for the Northwest Passage by the mathematician Henry Briggs. This implies that this map is receiving more attention in the context of the article, and so that's going to support D as the correct answer there for 17. Please move on now to number 18 and pause this video so that you can try to find an answer. All right, number 18 is also a craft and structure question, and as you know, the best answer is F. In the context of the passage, the map titles presented primarily serve to illustrate that cartographers were very confident in the accuracy of their maps. And if you go over to that, those lines that it indicates, it says their names carry bold assertions with no wiggle room. A new and most exact map of America claimed one, while another promised America drawn from the latest and best observations. Those are both going to support F as the best answer there. So now that we've done those four questions, if you're sitting there like, wow, these are actually pretty easy. First of all, yeah, they are. But also, you're smart. Give yourself some credit. You guys have been working at this for a while and you're super smart. You're super capable. So if you've noticed anything about these questions, I'm going to go back to 11 through 14 real fast. Main purpose, central claim, and then some specific references to specific lines. If you can, when you sit down to take the ACT, identify questions like this as maybe easier to get the right answer to if they're sort of low-hanging fruit, so to speak. focusing your time during the ACT on questions like this, questions that you're likelier to get right, might not be a bad strategy. Remember that you can answer the questions in any order that you want. You can't go from one section to another. You couldn't go from reading to science, for example, but you are able to skip around and answer questions that, in whatever order you want. So if you feel like questions like this are easier for you to get, don't be afraid to really prioritize your time on those. Thank you so much for spending some time here today on the ACT reading section, and I look forward to seeing you next time.